Hello, users. Hi. What's up? I am here back again with Toy Story the Second for the personal computer, the personal computation apparatus, and yeah, let's start the dang game. So, I haven't played this game in a hot minute, as opposed to a cold minute. So it might, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. I like this game. It's pretty good. That's my preamble. Now that the preamble is done, we can start talking about epic jump that I failed because I suck. Did it that time though. It's all good. Yeah. This is Toy Story 2. It's also on the PlayStation, but the PC version of this game is a lot better. Looks really nice, sounds really nice, just is a lot better. And thus I am playing it. I am playing a slightly modified version of this game that runs without the disc in the disc tray, and also makes it not crash. So hopefully that doesn't invalidate my speedrun. The key difference between the PC, PlayStation, and Dreamcast version and compared to the Nintendo 64 version is that I suck cock. And then secondly, the N64 version is a lot easier and also only requires 30 tokens in order to beat the game. And in the other versions you need 40. So because this is the PC version, this is any percent, which is also known as 40 token. So it's any percent on the PC version, but any percent on the N64 is faster. It's the fastest version of the game. So this is a technical other name is 40 token. So yeah. I mean, if you haven't seen Toy Story, like the movies, you probably won't appreciate this game much, if at all. If you have, then really this game is fantastic. Almost every aspect of this game is like designed to be a very fun reference. Also, I'm about to do a trick here. Just everything is a fun reference to the movies. The levels, all the enemies, kind of like, just like, there's just a lot of like Toy Story references, both to 1 and 2. Because 3 and 4 were not out when this game was out. So if you just jump on the car and go around, you can just do the laps like that. Super easy, super fun, super duper as well. You want to get the laser beam because it makes killing all these fuckers a little bit simpler. Need some coins here, boys! Also, I missed that coin because I'm a fucking freak. So the way that the tokens work is each level has 5 tokens. One of them is available on the map that you can get at any point. One of them is a race. One of them requires collecting things, like the sheep, for example. One of them requires collecting 50 coins, which there's usually more than 50 coins in the level, so it's not usually that hard. And then one of them is something else that my brain... Oh, a boss. Fighting a boss. So that the robot was the boss, and yeah, that's how that works. Basically, you just get whatever's faster. Generally, if you're going to go through the whole level and do things, getting most, if not all of them, is faster for most of the levels. Usually, you get one and then you're done, or you get them all. Usually, that's how it works. Just because if you're going to go throughout the whole level and do a bunch of shit, you might as well grab 50 coins, or you might as well grab the sheep or the equivalent in later levels and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of how that works. There's also Mr. Potato Head parts that you can get, and they unlock abilities that Buzz can use, but they're context-sensitive abilities. So it's not like, you know, in Spyro or something where like you get the head bash. It's more so it unlocks items that you can use for specific things later in certain levels. You don't need all of them, but you do need some of them. So I get the ones that are the necessary ones. Right here you can do a jump called the spoon jump. And that allows you to skip this whole section and go straight to the sheep, which is very fun. One thing I love about this game is that the way that the levels are designed and that you're going through like an actual house in this level, and then there's, you know, a penthouse in another level. You go out, and everything is really built to scale in this game, in the sense of, like, you're a toy, and everything is super big, and I think that that's just super fun. So now I'm just gonna grab the ham token, and then we are out of here. And you can basically, if you exit a level, there's an animation to it, and if you just pause and exit the level that way, it skips the animation, saves a few seconds. So it's worth doing, especially, you know, on every single level. It adds up, because there's like, what, 15 levels in this game? And you do some revisits. So right here, you need to do the smash attack whenever you see the army dude pop up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This is over here. I'm going to do that at the start. I got a little confused because I'm apparently a dumb bitch. I'm going to do that at the start and then round out and come here at the very end. And yeah, when I come here at the very end, I do that last one. And then the last one is where he pops out. But I do that at the end because the person that you turn them into is right at the start. So you need to come back there anyway to get the token. So you might as well get that guy at the very end. So here's the race. As you see here, there's these locked super shoes. They basically make you go super fast. But you can do the race without them. You just have to be in front of the RC car. There's a faster way to do this, but I'm bad, so I don't do that. Because if you fuck it up, then you have to like go away and reset the whole thing, and it's really annoying. So if you just stay in front of the RC car, it's super easy. Because, you know, it's not like he can go through you. You know what I mean? So the only triggers for this race, you know, like similarly to how the first one worked, all I needed to do was jump on the car and do that thing, and then I can kind of do all the laps instantly. Basically, the triggers for this are you need to go around that cone, and you need to go around the tree. Like I said, you can do it faster, but I don't want to risk fucking it up, and I haven't played the game in a while, and I'm garbage. So that's kind of my whole thing. If you want to see some good at, you know, this game, play it, I recommend looking up Brandon Scott Hill. Very professional level gamer at this game. Shout out. Because unlike most games I play, I'm not the best in the world at this one. And I just gotta say, I gotta be honest, I gotta be frank. And I don't know why, I gotta be Frank, the owner of Frank's Red Hot Sauce, which is my favorite variety of hot sauce. I came up with something there. But yeah, so you just do it, you get it over with. You can skip this token and get another one later in the game if you really want, but you don't have to. There's a chance for RC car to go through that puddle of water and not spin around. That's a thing that's, you know, it happens. I don't really know exactly why. You'd have to ask someone who's good at this game, and I'm not good at this game, so don't ask me. So now we're going to go to the pool, and the pool we can do a fun little skip here. Hello? So that flower pot's the end of a whole platforming sequence, or I can just jump off of the base of that little platform, or that column, whatever it is, and then just crawl up here. Yeah, whatever this is. And then I can go through the section backwards and then grab that token without summoning a duck. And you're supposed to basically inflate a duck and then jump on it and it bounces you up to get that token, or you can just do that the easy way. And then you can get the fuck out of there. So super duper cool. And now we're going to do the tree. And if we fuck the tree up, and by we I mean me, because you're not playing the game currently, unless maybe you are, it's possible, you know. That would be fun, you know, just to do the Sunday Runday games, load them up and play right beside me. You could race me, you know, it would be a fun thing. You know, it's a viewer interaction. I recommend doing that for your own personal satisfaction. But if you fall off of the tree, you have to redo the whole thing. There is a rope you can grab right here that means you wouldn't need to redo it, but grabbing the rope's a waste of time. And if you fuck this up, then you're stupid, and you should probably consider never playing video games again for the rest of your life. So hopefully I don't fuck up now that I've given myself high stakes. Oh, I'm over coins. So here's the boss. He's kind of a fucker. 3 shots and he's gone. There's a faster way to do this, but, you know, of course, I'm not that good, so... If you grab the token as it spawns, you save a little time. This level, maybe, it might be alleys and gullies, but I think this level might have the most tokens out of any individual level. Nice, I made that. There is a backup strat for that, but I'm afraid you're not going to see it here. If you want to see it here, well, you might see it here if you go watch an old video, which I don't recommend doing, or you might see it here if I play this game again in the future. But other than that, you're not going to see this here. So we got all 5 of the army fuckers. Turn them in, grab the token, and you are done. There you go. So now we're going to the first boss level. And this boss level, it's one of the easiest bosses, if not the easiest boss. In fact, I'm just going to say it's the easiest boss. Just kidding. Basically, every time the boss goes low, you have a chance to shoot with the laser. If you miss, then you don't do a lot of damage. So you just have to not miss. And not missing is not really my specialty. I usually miss, because I suck. I only missed once. Okay. Coming up next, Construction Yard. Every 2 levels, you do a boss level. Where do I go first? I go this way. Get the laser beam. Kill that fucker. Construction Yard is probably the most annoying level in the game for a multitude of reasons. Like the tree, if you fall down, then you have to go all the way back up. And it's like that with that little, like, construction thing in the center. You'll see it again in a little bit here. If you fall down, you have to go back up, and you have to do it the long way, because in the speedrun you don't want to waste time to get the shortcuts, because chances are you won't fuck up, but you might fuck up. But I might fuck up. It's been a while, so I might fuck up. It's totally possible. Unlikely, because, you know, I'm an amazing human and I'm perfect. It's unlikely, but it's totally possible. Right here, I jump on the back of that chair so that I don't need to do the ledge grab pull-up onto the table. Saves a little bit, like that, for example. I fucked that up. Saves a little bit of time. Here's the collectible. You get a little tyke. I said tyke, by the way. Just gotta make sure you heard me correctly. So right here, we get a little educational bit. Red and yellow make whatever that is. I think it's like a fruit or something. I don't know. If you didn't know how to make, you know, combined colors, there you go. I'm teaching you. This is an educational experience. The most annoying thing is that you just have to drag them back and forth. The music in this game is great. You might be seeing me jamming currently if you're looking at the screen and not using me as background noise, which honestly you probably should, because watching this gameplay is probably going to be very insufferable and very annoying to deal with, because I'm just so goddamn terrible at everything I ever even attempt to do in my entire life. Jesus Christ, Okay, so anyway. Now I'm going to go into this little bulldozer. I think that's a bulldozer. I don't really know. I'm not a construction worker. So it might not be a bulldozer. It could be a bulldozer. I really don't know what this is. You want to not hit your head on the step 13 trillion times. That would be the competent way to do that. But if you're incompetent like myself, not to be confused with incontinent, which I'm also incontinent, but that's not important right now. I'm talking about video games. So now we're onto the construction thing. I don't know what to call this. Like, I really, like, is there a word for this? I'm not even sure if there is a word for this. Like a building that's in progress. Like, is there a singular word to describe this? I don't know. If you know, feel free to tell me. But if you don't know, then I'm not smarter than you on this one, I'm afraid. So you wait for that thing. These things move around, and this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. So I can go around this whole way, or I can stand right here, and as soon as this thing starts moving, I can jump up onto it. And if you fail and go down, then you have to do it. You have to go all the way back down, and it's fucking annoying. Also, do I need to go this way? I don't remember if I need to. I don't think so. I think I just went the long way because I'm stupid and forgot what I was doing. which is 6 trillion% most likely the possibility. Yeah. Alright, so that's the shortcut. I got the Mr. Potato Head part, which is what I need. Yeah, you need to come up here twice. So you get the Mr. Potato Head part. You want to make it sure that you jump right before you land, because then you don't take that, like, animation where you just stomp onto the ground and it takes, like, a second to get back up. So now I got the Mr. Potato Head part, and then I'm going to get the discs, which are very context sensitive. I'm pretty sure you only use them here. I'm not even sure if they appear anywhere else. You want to make sure you get 2 rounds of discs, so I go back and grab that coin, because I might as well. I'm going to get a few extra coins. I usually do, just in case. You know, sometimes I end up not having enough, so I typically will try to get extras if I can help it. Those guys require 2 hits, so I do 1 with the disc and 1 with the spin. 19 discs is good enough for the boss fight. If you're fast enough, you can make this. Or if you just don't go for extra coins, you should be able to make it. But if you don't make it, you can grab that one too. And then wait.
No time to lose.
That was a very... You know, don't you like... There's always those voice lines that pop up at very contextually appropriate times, and that one, you know, you have to wait, and then Buzz is like, no time to lose! It's funny. That's really funny. I just have to talk about how funny it is, because if I don't talk about how funny it is, it's possible that someone watching won't actually understand how funny it is, and that was really funny, so I just gotta make it explicit. That was funny. What I should start doing is editing a laugh track into my videos. I feel like that would be really good, because most people don't understand my humor, and they think that I say things seriously when I don't. So I should probably just edit a laugh. Now that I say that out loud, that's actually a really funny idea. Like, just turn all of my videos into Seinfeld. Oh god, that sounds like such a good fucking idea. Holy shit, that sounds like a good fucking... Someone remind me to do that. Just post a comment, because when I upload this video, I'm going to forget that I said that. Post a comment saying, like, yeah, you should really do that. That's a great idea. So you can do a quick kill with this boss, but it's really hard, and I don't know how to do it, so I do it the hard way. And by hard way, I mean slow way, which is not the hard way. It's actually really easy. Yeah, there's a faster way to do this. Again, it's just, I'm garbage, so. This guy can knock you off, and that's really annoying. It doesn't regenerate health, so don't worry about that. Also, when you kill bosses, they drop a coin. That can be useful, like for here, when there's like, you know, not that many coins actually, so. Also, only 45 coins is pretty horrendous. I don't know how, actually. I only have 45 coins. I must have missed something actually pretty huge. I have no idea. So I'm going to have to go back up there and get the ham token. I'll kill that guy. Jesus Christ. Where did... I must have missed something. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to utilize my brain. But it's not working. So my brain is on, is functioning. Like, you know, there's blood going through the vessels and... neurons are firing and synapses are synapsing or whatever. I don't know what the verb is. There's something going on here, but the brain is not functioning currently. It's at its peak potential. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to go do the race thing in the middle and then kill these two. Okay, that's what I forgot. Jesus Christ, I'm a dumb motherfucker. So for this race, you want to get the wrenches and then return. Actually, I don't... Do you need to return? I think you need to return. And you have a limited amount of time. It's really easy. This cement kind of acts like quicksand, so I jump through it. If you don't jump, you'll fall into it. Yeah, those guys drop coins. And then you slowly move, so you don't want to have to trudge through that shit. Yeah. So normally that cement block on the right, you'll have to push that over to get onto that wheelbarrow, or you jump onto there, and then jump onto there, and then jump onto there, and then turn around, and we're good. Only lost a minute. Whatever. It's no big deal. Alright, so alleys and gullies, I'm going to get 2 tokens here. I'm not going to 100% this level, because this level's long and actually can't 100% it, because it requires... Well, you can through... Oh, I don't need coins, never mind. You can through a trick that I don't know how to do, and also this isn't 100%, so I don't need to. I think there's... I don't know how many tokens there are in entirety. Like 60, 50, 50? I don't know. But yeah, you don't need to 100% every level. This is not 100%. You jump correctly, you can get... Okay. It's a hard trick. There's the easy way to do this, and then there's the hard way. Okay, I guess I have to do the hard way. Because I'm a fucking moron, dumb motherfucker. Just kidding, I can't go that way. You know, the easy way is this. If you fuck up the umbrella strat, you just do that. And so now I'm going to exit the level, but I'm going to get one other token. It's just that exiting the level and then going back is a lot faster. Because the 2 tokens I get are basically, this level's like a big, it's not a straight line, but it's a big line. And you spawn kind of, not really in the middle, closer to one end than the other. Jesus fucking Christ. So it's faster to just re-enter the level than just go all the way back. On PlayStation, I don't know if it is faster because of the load times, but on PC and perhaps Dreamcast and definitely N64, it's faster to just reload the level. And if you're fast enough, you can make a cycle, which I didn't because I'm not fast enough because I'm garbage. And if you're not fast enough, you can just wait on the lily pad there. And this one's super easy. You don't need to do anything but this. If these bones were slightly better placed, this would actually be an interesting encounter. But all you need to do is just jump and then double jump back, and it's super duper easy. Like, seriously. It should have been way cooler. You should have had to, like, jump onto the things and done something cool, but it's not cool. It's uncool. Alright, so it's time to do slime time. And basically, I need to furiously mash the square button. So it might look like I'm masturbating, so just fair warning. You can get the green laser, but it takes longer to walk over there. And I need the workout anyway. Jesus Christ. I'm sweating. Alright, so now we're in Al's Toy Barn. And I'm going to revisit this level, but I'm going to do it later. And for whatever reason, I went over there, probably because I'm stupid. So I want to grab the green laser and then just go to the boss fight. As, you know, that's basically the fastest token to get. So you see the small box on the right. The other ones you can jump up to and then ledge grab, but just going out of the way slightly onto the small box is, at least I understand it to be slightly faster. There's a trick here that lets you 100% the level in the first go, which is useful for this category, but I don't know how to do it because I'm garbage, so sorry. When I kill this boss, what I'm going to do is run left, get hit, and then jump. Did I get it? I did. Okay. I wasn't sure if I got it, so I double-checked. Sorry. I'm going to be coming back to that level later on, though. Coming up next is Al's Spaceland, which, this level's fun. It might be my favorite level in the game, but for this, like, this little fucking, just, I really don't like this toy crane thing. Not to be confused with the Ukraine thing. I'm pretty sure that's way too left. Way too far left. Oh, that worked! Oh my god. Yeah, the crane is just super... It's super precise, but then also not that precise. Like, that worked for some reason, even though it was clearly too far left. Every time I say too far left, I'm tempted to make a politics joke, but I say too far left way too often, and I don't wanna repeat the same thing. I don't know. The fucking crane sucks. Sometimes it takes me like 2 or 3 tries. I've had it like one time just take me 4 tries. But for me to get a 1 try, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I'm impressed with myself. To anyone else, it looks like, oh, I mean, it's just a basic game mechanic. You press the button, it's not hard. I mean, and that's true. Like, that's clearly true. But for me, it's extremely difficult because, again, I'm just a trash human. I'm really bad. So I want to pop some of these enemies. Get some coins. Get the coin! Whoa. I don't know if you heard that. So the race is actually pretty interesting for this level. Hello? I didn't need that coin, but I just wanted it. I could have just gotten an extra backup one later, but eh. Oh. So you want to jump when you get to that red portion. I don't know why, it's a little too easy to be marked, but hey. And if you fuck up like I did, you can probably lose the race. I might lose the race, it's totally possible. There is like a little buffer at the very end, where like, if they hit it first and then you still get there in time. Yeah, like that. I made the buffer window. And then you run over here, grab another alien. You can kill this fucker for a coin. You can kill that fucker. I already killed that fucker. Push this box a little bit. You can do this jump without pushing it at all, but it's you just push it a tiny bit and then the jump becomes super easy. You want to go around here, get all the coins, slide down, grab that alien that's somehow floating in midair, and then go fight the boss. This is the alternate Buzz from the movie. Pretty cool, huh? And then as you're going on the way out, you want to grab these coins. One thing is when you do this, your hitbox is slightly extended, so that's why I do that when I grab things. Because it means I have to go ever so slightly less close. So, as I mentioned, the N64 version is a lot easier. There's actually some toys there that make it so that you can go into this area backwards, which I don't know why, but the hitbox is actually still there. It's still there on every other version, it's just they took away the model. So you can just jump and land on an invisible platform, and then just jump around and do this area opposite-wise. And that's much faster. So I think that's pretty funny. I'll do it again just in case you missed it. As you can see, and then... pretty fun. If this guy hits me, I get a little boost. There you go. Thanks! Alright. This run's not going too bad. Alright, so now we are going to take down the mutant enemy. And this fight I'm going to be taking some intentional damage on. So I'm going to grab this battery actually. So basically, if I do the charge to spin attack, I'll be able to move throughout that little scene of the enemies spawning. This attack right here. Because basically it stops me. The way it works, it stops my ability to move, but because I'm spinning, when that applies, I'm spinning. So it doesn't apply because I'm spinning, and then the spin runs out and I can move normally. The only thing is it's super awkward because it's not like aligned to a camera, so it's just super duper awkward. But it allows you to basically kind of get a position ready so that you can start shooting the enemies as soon as they come out. Oh, of course, the iframes fucked me. Also, I lied about intentional damage. I forgot I did it the spin way, which does not include intentional damage. If I got damaged during this part, though, it would work the same way. That's why I got damaged after the Toy Barn boss, so that I could jump during a scene. It also works like that on the very first race when I drop down off of the car to get the token in the very first level. If I drop to the point where I land, and then hit, like, do the thunk and thing, and then, like, Buzz has to get back up and stuff. If I do that, it overwrites the thing that I'm not supposed to move during the token thing. So, little fun fact, I did do that, but I didn't position myself too well, so I didn't actually save much time, but it's not important right now. Jump off of these rails, and then sometimes you get the coin, sometimes you don't. It's kind of just luck of the draw, in my opinion. In my experience, rather, I should say. Elevator hop is probably one of the coolest levels, but if you fuck this level up, make any mistake or anything at all, you're just gonna want to kill yourself. And trust me, this is probably one of the most tightest coin routes in the game. Also, that coin just disappeared. Did it go through the floor? I don't know. So I got the Mr. Potato Head part, and then now I get the grappling hook. This is what I needed in Alleys and Gullies in order to 100% it if I weren't doing any tricks that I don't know how to do, which I didn't. And this is also not 100%, so it doesn't matter. So there's lots of coins in the main pathway. And then there's, like, the rest are super far spread around. So there's, like, maybe 40 coins that are directly, maybe even 45, 46 coins. Something super close to the 50 coin count that you need that are just in the path. And then there's just the rest of them that are just in the most annoying possible locations. The music's super duper epic, though. You can target the one that's all the way up there, and if you're in the correct position, you'll be able to, like, you know, double dip basically and go through it, but, you know, it's kind of hard to position yourself there. And by hard, I mean pretty easy if you know what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't do it. Whoops. I was adjusting my seating position. Accidentally hit the aiming button. And then said whoops. Just describing the last 20 seconds of the video. Just, you know, why not? These little fans, you have to kind of wait for them. Alright, so this part's where the things start to get a little annoying. You do this for a shortcut back up here from the very beginning of the level. Oops. I don't know if I remember how to do that correctly. So you want to get this... Oh, first try? Hell yeah. Getting that first try is pretty fucking rare. Now, first try on this one. No! Oh, there goes 15 fucking seconds. No time to loot! Jesus Christ. Buzz, you gotta stop being a good commentator. Buzz is getting better giving better commentary than I am. Wow, I didn't know that cycle was so fucked up. Normally I would have just done the mouse later. I would have tried it again, but I got on the wrong thing. I thought it would start going up sooner, but it didn't. I really don't know how this functions. I think it's a pattern. It might be a pattern, but I don't know how it functions. All I know is I'm supposed to do the mouse first and then hop on. And that, like, apparently aligns it a little bit better, but I don't know. Basically, I want to hit it so that I'm at the very top, and then at the very tip top, you can get to a boss fight.
No time to lose.
No time to lose. These are synced up in the most aggravating and annoying possible way. They're both going up at the same fucking time, which is so fucking annoying. But it does let me get the easier coins. So basically there is a race at the end, and the coins are super difficult to get. You can get a lot of them pretty easily, but it's super difficult to get all of them. So like I said, you do want to try to get the ones that are spread out to the best of your ability. Here's the boss. This guy drops a coin as well. Like I mentioned, the bosses drop coins. Sometimes the boss will die over the pit and then you can't get the coin sometimes. It'll disappear before you take control again, which is simply epic.
No time to lose.
No time to lose! So, this is going to be a little annoying because I'm going to have to go over here to get the mouse, and then I'm going to have to wait for this to go down and then up to go over there to the left. So, fun. The thing about this level is if you don't do it perfectly, the cycles are just going to fuck you in the fucking face. Which, you know, I guess is a good thing, but still. You don't want to be in the way when my laser goes off. Alright, so here's the race. Basically, this isn't a race. This is just kind of like a gimmicky obstacle course thing. There's going to be these holes, and you just need to jump over the holes, and that's it. You will always get to the bottom, as long as you don't fall through the holes and fuck up, you will always get to the bottom before the token. But yeah, as you can see, these coins can be a little bit obnoxious, especially if you're trying to get them all. So I got the backup coins in the elevator shaft, so I don't need to worry about it. The only annoying thing about this is you have to wait for the token at the very end. You can't just end the race. It's a little annoying. So I'm going to do ham and then go back and do the mousey. Normally I do it the other way around. I'm just fucking around this time. Seems like fun. That's the ticket! Alright, elevator hop. I lost a minute, but hey, what happens? Or, hey, it happens. Can't even speak English anymore, apparently. So now we're going to the best level in the game, with the best song in the game. This song is absolutely beautiful, it's incredible, and I love it. Just kidding. It is actually the best song in the game, but I love how that, like, there's a race at the very start, and the race just, of course, overwrites the music. So I'm going to do, at least I'm going to attempt what's called the coffee table jump. I failed, and then I got it second try. It basically allows you to skip a ledge grab. Like, if you jump onto the couch, you have to wait for the ledge grab animation. But if you jump off the leg of the coffee table, you can do that without doing an animation, so it saves a little time. Even though I second tried it, it still saves time. Anyway, the best song in the game. So I'm going to give you all a little fun fact. You see those fuckers? Those fuckers are... There's a little skip here, by the way. If you jump at this in a certain angle, you can just come up here immediately, rather than have to do a roundabout way. So if you see those little banditos, they're actually changed. There's a greatest hits version of this game on PlayStation. And the greatest hits version of this game, for the PlayStation version, it shouldn't exist, but it does exist. I don't really know the full story. It's one of those things where I don't think we'll ever be able to know the full story. But basically, this game has two main versions. The Black Label PlayStation release, which is the original, and the collector's, the Disney Collector's Edition version, which is the white label. And if you know anything about PlayStation, then you know that there's the green label Greatest Hits, which are re-releases that are made at like a budget price, and then they redesign like the label and stuff. There is a green label version of this game, and both the green label and collector's versions are 1.1, and they changed those banditos to cowboys because they thought the banditos were too racist. Apparently parents were very upset. I don't know, it seems a little silly. How dare you make a bandito a bad guy, even though it's a toy? It offends my sensibilities. So in those versions, those are actually white cowboys, which is pretty funny. But the Greatest Hits version of this game shouldn't exist, but it does exist. And because of that, it's actually like several $100s to get, you know, that version of the game. Look it up on eBay. Toy Story 2 Greatest Hits. So this fight's super annoying. The reason I died is because it makes Zurg go in this corner. And if Zurg's in the corner, then the boss fight's way easier. Because I can just do that. And then if he gets out of the corner, I just try to do it again. Basically, because this is the PC version, so there's additional layers of cringe, this guy will swerve and dodge your attacks like fucking nobody's business. And because it's running at 60 FPS, he dodges them more effectively. And it's super duper fucking annoying. You can barely hit the motherfucker. So if you do the corner strat, then it makes it super easy. And as long as you're nowhere near gaming over, because if you game over without saving, it's a game over. It doesn't like warp you back out or anything. It's a game ass motherfucking over. So you have to understand that. So unless you're near running out of lives, which you might be if you die a few more times than I did, then you don't want to do that strat. You want to try to corner him manually without doing that. But if you have the lives to spare, if you just go in that corner and kind of line it up, and also I didn't properly do the jump because I'm a fucking moron. But yeah, more about the Greatest Hits version of the game. A YouTuber I like named Game Rave. He does PlayStation, like in-depth PlayStation history stuff. Highly recommend to check out his channel. He did a video about the you know, Greatest Hits version of the game, and that kind of put it on the map of like eBay sellers. So like beforehand, like before like he made that video, or when he made the video, I looked it up and you couldn't find green label versions anywhere. It was just like a matter of like luck. Like you just had to like stumble upon it. But now it's kind of more known and more like mainstreamed, I suppose. So now people list, like you can look it up on eBay now, like Greatest Hits Toy Story 2, and you'll see it for multiple hundreds of dollars. And that, it's one of the coolest things. I'm a huge PlayStation person. I love the original PlayStation. I'd love to eventually one day have every PlayStation game and every version of every PlayStation game. That's something I strive to accomplish. And that one's going to be a real fucker. And it's just cool that there's just versions of games that shouldn't exist but do. And really, like, it's one of those things that unless like a manufacturer, someone that worked at the factory, you know, like came out and was like, oh yeah, I worked on the floor when these were manufactured, and you know, the publisher said that, you know, we didn't need them, you know, that they're just going to do the collector's edition or whatever, so we just threw them out. Or like, you know, like the only way for it to really exist is like it wasn't sold in stores. So the only way for it to exist would be like if someone owned like a pallet, or like just owned them from the manufacturing, you know what I mean? And then they just kept them and then sold them later and didn't know the value or whatever, something like that. And then they just came into the market. To my knowledge, there's only like a handful that are known being like different people on the internet have decided to collectivize and like say, I've got a copy of this version, and take a picture of it. So there's only like a couple, like 5 or 6 that I know of that are known. And you know, it's just cool as hell. So you gotta make sure you get that potato head part, because now we're gonna go over here and get the bouncy boots, also known as the cover boots, but Mr. Potato Head calls them bouncy boots, which is really funny because you don't bounce. So now I can use these, and I use them later in in Al's Toy Barn, which is why I saved that revisit for later. So you can hover all the way up here. If you're fast enough, you can hover all the way over here too, but clearly I was not fast enough. So here I'm going to do a little trick. When you do the spin, and then the laser, it cancels the animations out, so you can kind of mash it and do higher damage. Because when you do the spin thing, it plays out an animation before you're able to do it again. But if you do the laser, it cuts that off. So it's kind of like SDC in Mega Man X. It's kind of. And by kind of, I mean it's basically SDC in Mega Man X. So now we go back and do a revisit. Speaking of Mega Man X, the third and final Sunday Runday game for this week will be Mega Man X5, All Stages Extreme. I was very upset about the way that my run got kind of catapulted into nothing in the Rock X block, so I wanted to do a little rematch. But I'll talk more about that, obviously, during the run. I gotta pee. Fuck. Every time I finish a run, I just have to pee. Pee-pee! So this is the race. Basically, I need to get over there, but I've got an absurd amount of time to do it, so... Normally, I would do a whole thing over there, but I fucked it up because I'm a stupid motherfucker who doesn't know how to play video games properly because I suck cock in hell. So now I'm just going to do that way. That's kind of like the meme strat. And then I can go about doing this way backwards. Jesus Christ, I need help. My legs hurt. I'm going to change my seating posture. Need to stretch. Yeah, I'm going to do the rest of the run like this. God, that's comfy. Holy shit. You can do a little skip here if you don't need the coins. You have to do this on a second round with a shorter timer to get the Pizza Planet token, which is like the mystery token. They do the race and the mystery token are kind of like the same gimmick. So normally I would go about this a different way, but there is the backup strat. Literally the backup strat, because you're doing that area backwards. Also get the damn fucking coin, you motherfucker. Alright, so now I go over here. Just kidding, I go this way. And I'm going to slam onto this. And that does the gimmick again. But instead, this thing is activated, and that sends me over here. And then I get that, and then I'm done. And the music is just on until I talk to Mr. Potato Head. Just kidding. The music just stays on until I go into the vent. And then basically the game's like, okay, yeah, this motherfucker's nowhere near where we are, so who cares? That little vent trick is actually going in backwards. I'm supposed to do that whole area in reverse, but you can just use the super duper fast shoes to get in there backwards. And that saves time. One, because you get the super shoes. The duper super shoes. And then two, because, you know, it saves time. Also, I totally forgot to do a whole section of the game. Holy shit. I'm one dumb motherfucker. I should skateboard into the final collectible turn-in, but I completely forgot to go into the warehouse room on the side here. Oops. So you can get the hover boots, go up this box. This is how you're supposed to do this, but there is a trick that avoids needing the hover boots. But, of course, as with every other trick in this game, except for a few that I actually did show off, I don't know how to do it, so. So, I should have enough. Yeah. Also, I lied before about the mystery token thing. It's just a race token and a collectible chicken. The mystery token's up here. These cycles aren't always so generous. Sometimes they're really fucking annoying. Alright, so now because I'm a dumb motherfucking jackass motherfucking prick, I need to go back here the long way. Also, yeah, these are the only other times the discs are actually used to break the locks on the cabinets. Holy shit. Alright, I did that very interestingly. Alright, so now one more level and 2 more tokens to acquire, and then we fight the final boss. Tarmac. This level's huge. That's it, that's my commentary. This level's huge. So here's the race token. Basically, I need to do this whole area without jumping. And it's like a little course you have to kind of slalom through. Whee! And if you hit any of the green slime, the race is over. And if you jump, the race is over. So because this level is so huge, we only do 2 tokens here. You can do 3 if you want to do a really hard trick that I don't know how to do, because as I've already established, I'm not good at this game. But this level is huge, so you definitely don't want to do the collectible coins token or the collectible suitcases, which are the toys you collect here. Definitely don't want to do those for an any percent run. As again, because this level's fucking huge. It's not just big, it's huge. Like, it's literally like, what the fuck? Easy mode. So now we're going to take these shoes, go over there, and you see that helicopter? We're going to head on all the way over there. So fun fact, if you do this animation, there's going to be an animation that happens when the helicopter goes down. Yeah, this animation here. If you load the game, do this animation, and then start a new run, that animation will not play. So you have to reset the game in order for it to be fair for a speedrun. Otherwise, it's like technically a new game plus scenario. Also, I really have to pee, so... Holy shit. I might just do the boss and then let the credits play. Because the credits show a clip of the movie and it's kind of funny. There's like a cock joke in it. And of course, I love cock, so I want to show off the cock joke. So basically, the boss fight's really stupid. You fight the 3 last bosses from the levels you just did. This is the guy from Tarmac. And then you have the Bandito, and then you have the Prospector. So these 2 you need to do the spin on. They're immune to the laser, but the Bandito is not. So basically I try to do this and double dip them, and then if I kill the Prospector first, I'll just laser the Bandito to death. Oh, and I synced it up perfectly. Wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna go pee and then...
Well, Stinky Pete, I think it's time you learned the true meaning of playtime. Right over there, guys! No! No! No!
I forgot about that little screen there, I'm gonna be honest. What a stupid fucking game. At least I get to watch the cock joke.
Ma'am, well, I just wanted to say you're a bright young woman with a beautiful yarn full of hair. A hair full of yarn. It's, I must go.
Well, aren't you the sweetest space toy I ever met?
Fucking room is a mess.
What's that? Bark, bark. This fellow says he needs to go out back for a little private time.
That critter needs help!
I love Toy Story, I really do.